Okay, hey, we're all live. Good morning. It's Monday Morning Mentor, and love my favorite people, and we're going to have a good time this morning. And hope you had a wonderful weekend. I've been working all weekend trying to figure all this stuff out for us, and I got some exciting things to share with you. I think you're going to be excited about this. All right, let me check one more thing technically here and see if Amber could hear me. Amber, can you hear me yet? Okay. I don't know what else you can try here. I don't think she can hear me. Okay, yeah. See. Okay. The unmute. See my microphone. Okay. All right. So let me check one thing, real technical thing here for Amber. And she's fine. Her microphone's on. Everything looks good. No, everything looks good on my side. Okay. Um, Hold on. Let me get going. Everything. Um, okay. Everything looks good from here. Okay. I don't know what she did wrong. Okay. She'll figure it out. All right, listen, here's what I want to start out by sharing a couple things and then open it up for discussion for you guys. There's really two ways to build a business when you're talking about online marketing. You could build it organically, which doesn't cost any money. And that's what basically Robert and Bill are teaching is how to build it organically. And then, of course, you can do it by learning the marketing techniques of doing what we call search engine optimization, paid per clicks, uh, you know, writing a budget out and spending money on things like Bing and MSN search and Google and the things like that and other search engines. But I had ran into a guy that made over $25 million in building his organization, and he's an online marketer. In fact, noted one of the best guys out there for online marketing, and he's the top performer at a company called ClickBank. Well, what he told me, what I was shocked. What he told me is that he made most of his money by building it organically before he went to the marketing aspects of that. Well, what does it mean to build it organically? And, you're going to be shocked when I tell you this, okay? Because we're kind of like a step above organic. So what does it mean to build it organically? Well, organically simply means this. You have to go out there and build a following by offering content and value to whatever you do in marketing. That's just you have to offer content and value. Now, a lot of us think that we have to go out there and build our own content and our own value. And that takes a lot of work. I mean, you got to do research work on that. I mean, you hear it all the time. If you know 1% more than anybody else, you're an expert. I mean, they teach that. All the coaches teach that. And it's true. I mean, you can go to Fiverr, and there's other places that you can go, and you can actually buy articles and books and republish them. I don't know if you guys know that in your name, to get the content. Well, we don't want you to do any of that. That is just so difficult to do. So what about if we took the content and value of Success in Minutes? And I want you to think about this a minute. Take the content and value of Success in Minutes, and we built this organically. Now, what does it mean to build it organically? And here's the major thing I hear from people all the time. I hear that, my God, Gary, you're such a great salesman. You can sell the Brooklyn Bridge. Well, if I thought I could sell the Brooklyn Bridge, I'd try it. Okay, because I love sales. Okay, and I love marketing. I love marketing more than sales, by the way. Has nothing to do with my abilities to sell anything. It really doesn't. These young kids, and I met not only just one kid at 25 million, but I met other kids that made 5 million, and they were entrepreneurs of the year, and they were noted, and they were written up, and so forth. All right. So here's what I want to share with you. They were not people of notoriety. They had no brand. They had nothing. So what did they do to create that? And they had no money. What did they do to market themselves in such a way that that they can get going in the business? Well, let me tell you what happened. You see, they built it organically. Well, what does that mean, organically? Well, organically simply means this. Organically simply means that you're going to have to go out there and make connections and create a following yourself. Now, sometimes that could be very, very, very difficult to do, and sometimes it can be very, very easy to do. So let's talk about building it organically and what it really means. And here's what it really means, and here's how you can do this, okay? What you can do simply is this. You can go and start building your Facebook connections like Robert teaches, exactly what he teaches. You can build your connections on YouTube. You can build your connections on Twitter, on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you want to. Now, the hottest ones now, honestly, still Facebook's up there, but I'm going to give you some statistics, and then I'm going to tell you nuts and bolts how to do this. Statistics are are going to be shocking you. Do you know that there's over 100,000 hours of video posted every 8 seconds on YouTube? Did you realize that over 1 billion people use YouTube every single day? You see, video marketing is really hot. And I want you to think about that for a minute, and you say, well, what does that, how does that play with me? What does that mean to me? How can I do stuff like that? Well, here's how it plays out for you. You see, when Robert and Bill built their platforms, they built them by helping you build what we call squeeze pages. Okay, you have what they call products that you can move out to the internet. When you go into their back office there, you can click on those products, and they're all capture pages. You can also move any of their teachings that have shared buttons on them. Okay, now that's a lot of what I call content and value that you guys can leverage off of, that really you'd have to spend hours and days to develop. You'd have to get a WordPress, build your site, or hire somebody to do it. You're going to have to build landing pages. You're going to have to build autoresponders. I know I do all that. And you're going to have to do drip systems. You know, and you're going to have to manage an email list and make sure everybody's opt-in, and people that are, you know, going to get off that list, you got to have somebody manage that list. It's a time-consuming thing. So how do we start making money organically? And how do these kids do it? Here's what they did. Shocking enough, it's exactly what Robert teaches. They went out there and they started what they call social entrepreneurialism. They went out there and they started connecting with people on Facebook, on LinkedIn, YouTube. It's really true. They just started connecting and making comments and asking for emails through a series of conversations, just like Robert teaches. Now, I know that seems like a lot of work, and it is a lot of work. But just think about this. How many people a day are you adding to your Facebook likes? How many people a day are you adding to LinkedIn? How many people a day are you adding to your Twitter? I think those are the, you know, some of the basics you should start with. And how many people a day are you adding to your Google circles? And think about that. And do you have a plan to add people? Because all of these kids that were under 30 told me the same thing. I mean, I've been in conversation with them on the emails, basically. They told me the same thing. They all started this way. They said it didn't happen overnight, and said, you know, I didn't even make $1 until maybe 90 days after starting it. But it didn't take them a year or 2 years. It ramped up pretty quick, in my opinion. You know, 90 days to 6 months, they were ramping up. Now, what does it mean to add people to your Facebook list and grow your Facebook, where you got 2,500 people, or you got 1,500 people, and what, you know, or what if you get 2,500 people in your Google circles? What if you get 2,500 people on LinkedIn? Why is that important to you? Because, see, people out there are building their list and they're connecting, so it's never been more easier. Because online marketing is the future, folks. It's not going away. We this and understand it. You know, the days of doing home parties, I'm sorry, that's a tough road to do. And I know that a lot of you guys are in MLMs. It's a tough road. Okay, because you got to keep doing these parties over and over and over again, and some people just don't want to do them, and then you come to a dead end and you can't continue them, and it's just tough. And then if you do it in your home every week, then it gets to be the boys club or the girls club, and people get tired of that. So it's not. That's not where it's at. There's a whole market out there of people that are thinking social media and online marketing. So with this discussion, I want you to write down a plan, and the nuts and bolts is simply this. How many new people are going to add Facebook today? How many new people, you know, are you going to add to LinkedIn today? How many new people are you going to add to whatever platforms you're building? Twitter today. And just start adding people. And build those lists up until they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now here's why. Because once you start building those lists up, and it's very easy to do, how do you do it? Well, Robert teaches you that, and I teach it to you on my LinkedIn. How to create a conversation and find out about, build a know, like, and trust conversation, find out what their challenges are, and see if you can help them with their challenges. Find a need and fill it. That's all that marketing really is. Okay? So how do you get these lists being built up? You start complimenting people, recognize people when, like an example on Facebook or LinkedIn, when somebody has a birthday, recognize their birthday. It's so easy to drop a little note. Hey, have a wonderful day. People really appreciate that, saying birthday. Hey, when somebody endorses you on LinkedIn, you can let them endorse you and ignore them, or you can respond to them. Lady, I had a couple of endorsements today from, actually, Pam knows a couple of these people. And you know what? I took the time to say, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So you start appreciating people and start commenting on people and commenting on their comments. And Robert teaches this stuff. And these kids are making $25 million. He taught the same thing. But you know what it costs to get mentored under their courses? It's like $1,000 to start and $197 a month. Teaching the same thing. So here's the bottom line. You've got to go out there and you've got to connect with people. And social media offers you a faster way to do it. Seriously, you could put more people, connect with more people faster on social media than you can doing a warm market, going to meetup groups and all that. I'm saying those are good. I'm not saying they're bad. That should be part of your program too. And the reason most people don't take advantage of this is because they don't understand the value of it. And if you had the experiences I had to meet two kids that made $5 million in 5 years and this other kid that made $25 million, you understand they got my. And when I saw what Robert and Bill are doing compared to what they're doing, I said, oh my God, we don't know what we got a hold of. We really don't. Well, now you start building your list up and making those connections. Now, the reason you don't do it is because you don't see the value of it. See, they saw something differently than what you saw. They saw the value of doing that. They knew it takes some time, but they saw the value of it. And here's the other thing, too. They were very smart because all those people that came to them, they got their emails. And they built an email list. Yeah, they were smart because all of a sudden, when they started connecting with you, hey, let's converse more, let's get an email, and they started, getting people to come to their Facebook and to their LinkedIn and to their Twitter, Google Plus, and all the other things that they're doing on YouTube. And guess what? They started collecting emails, and they started building a customer list over here. So let's say they have 2,500 people on Facebook, that they built up to Facebook. Well, maybe they only got about 200 or 300 emails out of that. But the point is, they were doing it every day. And they started building their list up. Now, guess what they did after they built their list up? They started posting things. They started sending out content and value. And all they really did was this. And they created it themselves, where we already have it created. We have it easier and better than what they did. What they sent out is things like, listen, this is a great vid teaching on whatever the subject was, and they sent that out. It's a great video teaching on how to set goals, how to do a plan, okay, whatever it happened to be. And they did it every day. And so they started sending out video content. They started sending out ebooks that they developed themselves. They didn't have anything to leverage. They had to build it themselves. And they started sending that out. And they started saying, well, maybe the people that are following me on Facebook would appreciate some content and value in this area here. Boy, it really was cool. And maybe people over here on LinkedIn might appreciate this. And here's the other thing that they did, I learned. They segmented their groups. And I hear this all the time. I've never done it. Well, I've done it to a certain extent. They segmented groups. Well, what does that mean? Well, you know what? When they started connecting with people, they started realizing the first step was they just get everybody in on LinkedIn, everybody in on Facebook, and go. That's the way they started. And then they started sending out content and and posting it, and they did it every day to those lists. Then they took the next step. And here's the interesting part. This is the next level. This is where the money came in. The real big money came in. They started focusing on niche markets. So as an example, if they wanted to, they started joining forums. And folks, all you have to do is Google forums right now. And you can find a forum almost on any subject, social media marketing. Huge forum. Go try it right now. I'm serious. Huge forums out there. And they got engaged in those forums. And the other thing that they did, is once they got engaged in those forums and they became part of those forums, they were creating community, then they started to do what? They started posting their products again. You see, now we have all these products that we have. Capture pages. We've got, the 297 event, the Robert's building a 21-day mentorship program. We've got all of these products. We've got these training courses. We got all of these products that you could start posting to these people. And as they start watching these videos, and again, the postings are very simple. Hey, I just watched this video. Oh my gosh, you got to see this video. Here's what I learned. That's all they did. And that's all Robert teaches you to do, and Bill teaches you to do. So as you start posting those videos and getting them out there, but you got to do them consistently, and that's what they did. They got them out there. They got them out there. They got them out there. People started depending on that. They started looking forward to that. Brian Tracy sends out his newsletter every 2 days. And I got a special folder that Brian's stuff comes into, and I always read it. And Brian always gives a lot of free stuff away. And my personal growth is going. I know how to do plans, focus. I mean, I just learned so much from Brian Tracy. And as I started reading his stuff, I started growing in the knowledge of how to develop a plan and how to execute a plan. And I never bought any of his big mentorship or coaching packages. I just got on his mailing list. But that's how they do it. So as you provide the value that we offer, and we have so many videos that we can send out there, and capture pages and mentorship programs that we can send out there, and start just sending them out and sending them out and sending them out, people will eventually start joining you. And they'll probably want to know more. And that's as simple as it gets. So I'm going to open it up for discussion, but I want to just recap. I think you got the message here. You build your following on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You start sending out value and content that we offer from Success in Minutes, and we do it consistently. And then we also try to get emails from those people by engaging in some conversation through dialogue, through messaging, back and forth, through private messaging. That's what Robert teaches you. One of the ways that you build your list is acknowledging people, endorsing them, wishing them happy birthday, commenting on their comments. So you start building that. The other thing we do, write this down, you start focusing and getting your niche markets by going to these forums. Do you think there might be some work-at-home mom forums out there? I bet you there are. I haven't searched that. Do you think there might be some students out there who want to pay off their loans? I haven't searched that one. I bet you that's a good forum. I bet you there's forums out there for that. I wouldn't be surprised. You think there's social media marketing forums out there? I bet you there's tons of those. So every place has these groups and these communities. Facebook has them, LinkedIn has them, the forums. Get familiar with this kind of stuff. So your mind's got to say, I need to create a following or a list, and I needed to start providing content and value. There's your chart right there. Create the list, provide value, get their emails, and start emailing content and value to them. So do it generally and then do it specifically. Join forums to target your audience, specific markets, as opposed to just doing it wide scale. That's all they did. So organically they built it up, built it up, built it up. Then when they made money by moving these products out, and here's the best part. You're going to love this. Do you know that the #1 way to create wealth online is to sell reoccurring products, memberships? Now let me say that again. The #1 revenue generating in ClickBank, which is the #1 online marketing company out there, these guys that made the money, all of them, sold other people's products, and they sold online memberships. Think about that for a minute. Do we have an online membership? Hello? Huge. Online. Every month. Reoccurring. Online. You see? Now, how do you get to the right people that are interested in online marketing and reoccurring income? There's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you think there might be some forums out there you can check out? Yeah. Right? There's a lot of them. Reoccurring income. Now, you've got executive check match behind that. Nobody else does that. I'll give you another thing. I mean, I'm really getting deep into this stuff, okay, because I know we got something here. So I'm going to teach you guys everything that I'm learning, and I'm spending tons of money to learn this stuff. Here's another thing I found out. Did you know that most of these programs sell on an affiliate basis? Like at ClickBank, you put a program on here, and you get about 75% of the affiliates there will actually sell the program for you. And okay, what they want to make 50% reoccurring. Well, we pay 51%. They actually pay up to 50 to 75% reoccurring. They won't even touch it unless you got paying them at least 50%. But nobody has executive check match. So the resell on the value of that is huge. Now, you wouldn't have known that unless you really dove in like I did and spent 2 weeks, almost a month now, looking at internet marketing companies and affiliate companies like we have and looking at what all our competition is. But I have spent ungodly hours researching the best people, the best affiliate programs. And I got to leave you with this. We'll open up for discussion. I don't care if we go overboard, but you got to know what you got a hold of. Because we really, look, listen to what I'm telling you. You see, if I thought there was a better affiliate program out there and I could make money faster, do you think I wouldn't be looking at it? Think about that. No, I'm with Robert and Bill for a reason. They got a great program. We just need to understand what they have, how to build the list up, how to get that content and value to those people, and how to build our list up, how to build up your social media following and then convert that into a private list and then get content and value out there. And then how to market that through forums and groups on Facebook, LinkedIn, and they all have those groups. So I'm going to open up for discussion right now. Here's what I want to tell you. And you can fire questions at me. You see, it's not about how this is so funny. Everybody thinks I'm a super salesman. And I'm probably pretty good. But here's the deal. Do you know I won't market? I'm in I have an MLM company that I support and love. And do you know that the reason I won't market is because I'm kind of like not a, young-looking, beautiful model. I'm hung up there. I got my hang-ups. I won't market that, But you know what? I figured out I don't have to get online and show a video of me. I just have to talk behind the product. So I'm figuring out how to market without my face being in the picture. Okay? Because everybody, the markets like skincare products or something like that, they're all beautiful models. So I'm trying to figure out how can I market that without my face. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay? So it doesn't matter about what skill level you're at. The only thing that matters is you're offering value and content. I hope I made my point by using me as the guinea pig. You don't have to be like me. You could do this a lot better. So value and content is what's going to make the difference for you to get out there and to market this stuff. Whatever you're marketing, whatever company you're marketing it for or marketing the school, it's just value and content, value and content. Build your list, value and content. I hope I made this very clear. Let's open it up for some discussions. I know I dwelled on it a lot. I'm just excited about the fact that a lot of people out there are making a lot of money and we got a better program and we don't understand what we got to hold up. And I think if we really did and do the things that they did, I think that you're going to see some income coming in here a lot quicker than you think. Okay, so let's open up for discussion. And who's ready for some questions here? And if you can't talk, mute, just go ahead and type them in the chat box and I'll get them too. Okay.
Gary, this is Lisa.
Yes, Lisa, go.
We're fortunate to have a couple of programs. My feeling is the two programs, which is the Pro that we're all on, and also the new one, the 297.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about approaching people with both of those programs? or which one should we focus on? Just some of your experience with them.
Well, I go back and forth on that one. That's a great question, because here's what I find. There's not any affiliate programs offering millionaire mentorship. Seriously. All those programs out there right now, Lisa, you know, you're going to be talking to somebody that's making $15 an hour on the phone to get, and you have to put a support ticket in. There's no mentorship. That's the niche that we have. That's the edge that we have. You got actual mentorship. You don't have this Q&A stuff going on Monday morning. You know, so any of those programs I think are going to work, but the key here is that I think you're going to have to really promote mentorship in both of them. So now we have a, you know, a 297 program. You know, I would market that and say, look, we have a reoccurring here to where you can make money behind that that'll pay for itself with what they're going to teach you. So now here's the whole concept, Lisa. You're going to make money in this by referring people to school. You're going to break even with two. So if you got somebody coming on for 297 and through a 21-day, what I call a really blitz program to get your business going, people are paying $1,000 for programs with less value than what they're offering. So I like the 297 program. I would market that, and I would put that out there first, and I come behind it second and say, look, we got a reoccurring, you know, membership, an affiliate program. I like membership and reoccurring because those are the words that they use. They don't use, you know, affiliate. They use that too, but reoccurring is the nomenclature that they use online if you're talking to online people. So reoccurring income comes from the monthly membership. So now we got a 21-day how to put it together, and then we got a reoccurring compensation plan with an executive check match. That's how I would do it. Okay, and that's what I'm building. I mean, that's the platforms I'm building right now. I'm working on with Bill right now to put together the sales letter messages. Another thing too, when you're out there, Bill's building us a new one. As the video testimonies are really powerful. Video testimonies. When I went through my checklist, I got a checklist of, you know, that I'm using right here. You can't see this, but when I evaluated the checklist, I said, okay, does it have a professional sales page, what they call a pitch page or sales page? And we do have that. And I go, yeah, we have a very professional one. Do we have video testimonies? Yeah, we do. Do we have a great opt-in page, you know, where people can opt in and easy for them to? Yeah, we do. So we got a great pitch page or sales page. We got a great thank you page behind that, right? And then we got a great product. We got all three of those elements there. So it's just that I'm going to do more and more nuts and bolts teaching on how to use them, and I think we need more in that area. But I'm going to continue to do that. But right now, people don't have money to spend on Facebook, pay-per-clicks, and things like that. But they do have time to build it organically. And it just takes a little longer, but these kids made millions of dollars doing it organically. And so did Robert and Bill, built it organically. So organic is pretty powerful if you just have a focus and a plan. All right, does that help you, Lisa? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah? All right, any other questions out there?
Hey, Gary, it's Pam.
Yes, Pam. Hello, Bill. How are you?
No, I'm good. I'm great. Are you using primarily LinkedIn right now?
I love LinkedIn. Yeah, I do. I love LinkedIn because I can target my market and get more specific in my market. That's why I like LinkedIn. Now, I am moving over to forums. I'm in a transition of moving over to forums because I'm finding that forums are more niche market, and I'm learning that. So all you have to do is Google forums and join them. They're free.
Right. So you're choosing specific groups, though, or their interests, right?
See, I'm very passionate about really helping people make money from home. Very passionate about that. I want people to succeed. They come into anything that I have to do with that. And so I want to be able to show them step by step how they can start making some kind of income. So I've got to look for people that are interested in making money from home. And who's interested in making money from home? And why? You know, there's three markets I talk about all the time. The person that's retiring without a retirement income, that's a huge market, obviously. moms want to come home from work. It's a huge market. Students want to pay off their student loans. Obviously, there's more markets out there, but those are the type of, and there's also this high interest of, online, making money online. So I want to join groups or forums that are involved around those areas. So if it's working moms as your group, then that's fine. Just find your passion and find your niche. That's, everybody teaches that. That all the coaches teach that. Find your passion.
Right. So you're saying find the people you find it easiest to connect with.
Yeah, I do. I think that's the right way to go. Because there's so much out there, it can be overwhelming and confusing. So find your passion and one thing you're passionate about. You see, in your area, you're a speaking coach and communications. So I would really be all over that. I would be looking at that as far as, because everybody needs to know how to market themselves. Look at all the people who are going to meetup groups that really don't know how to market themselves, using social media.
Right.
A lot of them.
Yeah, so the social media part behind it, people get up and talk and all, but I realize, and that's what I'm saying at my meetups, my speaker jams is, it's the same thing that you do here, you've got to put that onto online. You need to be connecting online and have the same message for what you've got.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
The difference, Pam, between us and the kids online, it's true, is we're sort of at the rudimentary stage of learning it. These kids got it. They see it. They grew up.
I know.
we're kind of like learning it. I got to admit, I'm learning, and it's stressful because at my age, my memory isn't there as the way it used to be, and my eyes start burning from reading it all, and I'm really fighting physically to get all. I'm not crying or anything, but I'm just.
I the same thing. At the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to be on the screen anymore, and the visions I have in my head, and I just met with somebody, and he's really good around all this, how to get on, and also your website, how to be sure to get it, so it's a selling website, not just a, and so it's.
Here's another thing, you guys, too. I'll just show it to you. I know a lot of you guys are in some very good MLMs. Now, they don't allow memberships for MLMs on social media marketing and the platforms out there, but I will tell you this, they do allow you to sell the products. And there's a lot of good products. I think, Marna, aren't you in Vima? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in Vima, and I do. What you can do, you make your own page. You make a page off a page, and you could do whatever, put your products on there. And I kind of been putting a little story every day, something about health, like you say, putting value, giving a little information. Okay. And when you get 100 likes, Google will put it all over the place for you, free. Mm-hmm. And then I'm also targeting. My target is the churches, because I've seen it from day one where it's so many ministries out there. Mm-hmm. And I talked to a guy yesterday, and I could not believe the comment he gave me, but he told me that I'm in the ministry. I'm not here to bring wealth. I'm not here to gain wealth. And I'm like, well, a lot of people got the misconception that we don't supposed to have wealth in our life.
Yeah.
And a lot of churches have that concept too. It depends on who the person is, and I'm like, I'm ready to target that, because we're supposed to have wealth, and we're supposed to have successes, and we're supposed to have, so that's my target, is wanting to learn that, Gary, about how to reach the churches. And can you imagine that being using that as a fundraisers in the churches?
It really can. It really can. The question you have to look at when you're doing what you guys are doing, and a lot of you guys are in MLM companies, do you lead with a product or do you lead with the opportunity? Because they're two different messages, you see. If you're going to go online, with it, I think you got to go product. Okay? I really do, because there's too many restrictions against MLMs online. Google doesn't allow it. But you can go with a product. Pam, I'm going to talk to you about some strategies, and Lisa and Amber about some, and Gene too, Claudia, all you guys, a lot of her are in MLM I'm in, but I'm going to talk to you guys about some product strategies after I develop them and prove them, okay, because I'm developing one right now, a huge campaign, and I'll see how it goes and how it works. Now, here's the beautiful thing about it. Once you guys learn that stuff, the beautiful thing about that, let me turn this off. The beautiful thing about that is that you can set a budget for $5 a day and market that. So again, what I want to do is put something together where you don't have to learn WordPress and Aweber and all the plugins and all the stuff that I learned, because that's really time consuming. But I'd rather have you work within the platform of Success in Minutes, where you can actually do a splash page, right? Because you got that to do it with, and also your newsletter. So you got some great tools in there already, and I'm going to be working with Bill to add more and more of those tools in the system, where you guys can just get that out there. And how cool would that be? And what if we had some copywriting books and headlines where you guys can just kind of like use that as a reference? Would that be cool? Yeah,
that'd be good. The one thing
Bill and I are working very close together. I want you guys to know that. I haven't left you or abandoned you. I'm just working around the clock for you. So we've come together to really put this thing together. I think it's going to be so hot. So if we can give you copywriting information where you have a reference and you had a headline, and then you also can put out these what I call pitch pages or sales pages out there, and then learn, and bring into the platform a thank you page and a conversion page where where they can actually buy something. How cool would that be? Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. Cool, and then how many people can you attract to a school that has that training, and then they can move their own products? I mean, what a market that would be. It would be huge. That's kind of like where we're going with it. So anyway, great questions, and yeah, the churches need you, Myrna. They really do. A lot of people need it too, but they got to be willing to learn. That's really the case, So any other questions that might help you guys with getting it out there? Everybody agree organically that it takes work, but man, it's worth it.
Gary, I have another question.
Sure, go on, Lisa.
When you go on the forum, do you target a person on the forum that maybe asked a question and then you go directly to that person?
Yeah, you always want to compliment the person on the forum. When forums start, forums are for questions. It's for membership. It's for community. Just like our Facebook page, that we have. So when you go on a forum, you want to get involved with the community. You want to introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Lisa. I'm here. I need to know the ropes. Oh my God, you'll start. I promise you, you do that, Lisa, and get back to us next week. All you guys, go to some forums and introduce yourself and tell them that you're new. And ask people for their help and see if people don't respond to you. See what happens.
Yeah, Gary, I'm waiting on this gentleman I met on Libar. Libar is a social network.
Right.
Christians, and he responded to the school. He thought it was a great thing, and I'm trying to get him to do an interview. To do a Hangout, Google Hangout with us or something. He lost a lot of people, he said, when Facebook came out. So he's been having his traffic going to Facebook. And so I thought it would be good to talk to him. But
I would like to talk to him. I don't know why he would lose his traffic going to Facebook. That doesn't make sense. Okay, but
that's what he said.
I have to understand what he did. What he did.
He's competing with Facebook, Gary. He has a similar type of site as Facebook.
Oh, he was competing. I got you. Okay, I see what happened. Yeah. Well, I'd have to know more about his site and what he was doing to create traffic. It's just, I don't know what he was offering on his traffic. What was the purpose of that? So why don't you and I talk?
Okay.
And let me find out what he's doing. Okay, on that. Anything. Claudia, how are you doing? You got it right. Gene, you haven't seen. How are you doing? I see everybody's picture. I can't. They're all muted up there, right?
Great.
All right. Any other questions or discussions that you guys have?
Well, this is Pam. I do have one other question, and that is about all of these things come back to, let's say, Success Unlimited or Unlimited Profits. for me, Jeunesse. I want them to come to my site. So it's figuring out.
Well, Pam, what you have to do is start, again, take your brand, you already have it, take
Right.
your brand, build your, what I call pitch pages or sales pages around that. You got them in the back office, capture pages, same thing.
Exactly. I did it for my brain boosters, and now I need to do it for my speaking.
See, you got the tools to promote anything you want.
Yep.
You just have to promote that, and again, you need to once you build building up all your social media following and list, those are yours. That has nothing to do with Success in Minutes. That's yours.
It just takes time, like you said. You gotta.
It does. And if you don't do it, if you don't see the problem, the problem is that most people need to make money right now.
Right.
They don't see that the value of this is, oh my gosh, the value is these kids are making millions of dollars.
Oh yes, I know them. I've seen them for the last 8 years, right? Gosh.
Learning from these two kids, one's 22, one's 23.
They just
I'm gonna give $1,000 to have them teach me this stuff, and I'm going, really? But God, if they make $5 million in 5 years, I want to know what they did.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they just worked hard at it. There was no shortcuts with it. There's no snap your fingers, get rich. I'm sorry, it's just not out there, even in online marketing. But what I shared with you is what they did. They built it organically, then they took it over to paid advertisements. But they built it organically first. And they created their following, and they created their list. And they leveraged off other people's products.
Well, right. Yeah, using other people's things is a
That's
great.
what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They leveraged off other people's products. The way to get going in any affiliate marketing is using somebody else's products. So we have this beautiful mentorship program. Lisa asked that great question, $297, and then bring that into reoccurring income. Who's marketing that? Who's out there telling people about it? That's what.
That's us. We got to get that going. We got to create interest around it.
All right. So, Gene, you said you don't have video. I have been adding people to Facebook. What do you mean you don't have video on your camera? I mean, you don't have video on your computer? Is that what you're saying?
We may have maxed out the 10 people.
I don't know. I don't think we did.
I don't either. I think we got one more. Or
Yeah.
she did it.
Okay. I don't think she has video. Look, if you want to do video marketing and get on Facebook, what you need to do is go get a camera recorder at Best Buy or a place like that. They're not expensive, and your computer, and that'll allow you, just go to Facebook. In fact, you can find them online on eBay. There's just tons of places that you can get it very inexpensive to add a camera to your computer. Is that important? Yeah, I think it is, if you're going to market yourself that way. Okay, so I hope that answers her question about the video on that. All right, anything else out there that help you guys? How many guys are going to go Google those forums?
If we get the time. That's
Well, if you don't take the time, then what happens? If you don't take the time is always the problem. If you don't take the time and you're happy with your time and the way your finances are, then I would say don't make the time. But if they're not, that's just a way of adding to your. Once you start, Pam, clicking and monetizing, then it becomes fun. You know what I'm saying? See, you should be developing some of your programs in your speaking.
Oh yes, and that is a big focus.
Monetizing that, and then once you get those, I'll show you where you can go and actually put those. Look, there's no reason why you can't put out a $500 program that you can sell online for, my gosh, anything from $497. You want to discount it down to $197, and put that online and market that, to students.
True.
I think that'd be a gold mine for you.
Thank you, Gary.
I don't have anybody out there. I don't have anybody teaching. I came across one. So go online, Google all the people teaching, speaking techniques, and find out who your competition is on Google. Seriously, do it, and just see what you got out there. But I'm not saying.
It is. I do have that assignment I have to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So anyway, Gene says, what about YouTube marketing? I have one and a tablet. You mentioned YouTube at the beginning. Well, YouTube marketing, Gene, is when you're going to start developing your own content as opposed to leveraging somebody else's content. That's what YouTube marketing is. So YouTube is great for doing like your Google Hangouts, recording them, creating your own channel, and then sending that out to your list. So again, and here's the beautiful thing about it is, you can actually do, there's PowerPoint presentations you can do on YouTube. Bill does a lot of his teachings where he just shows these beautiful pictures and inspires people when he does his video, and he speaks behind those pictures. So there's a lot of things you can do to get content and value out on YouTube and create your own channel. Right now, I'm saying that I wouldn't do all of that. I would leverage what the school has, seriously, and just send their stuff out. And all those kids got started using somebody else's content and value. I brought that up right at the beginning.
Right. This reminds me, like Laura Langmeyer, that this is the cash machine. This is where you can really get instant cash.
Laura did it that way. She sold Robert Key.
Yeah.
Started as an affiliate. Yeah. It's an amazing. That's why I hope I brought value to how much Robert and Bill bring to us, and I hope that you guys felt that it's so far in advance of what's out there for the type of money that people are paying. I mean, I know that some of these other programs that they have over, like on ClickBank, they got 100,000 people, affiliate marketers, and they're selling these inferior programs to what we're doing. They really are. So it's like, ooh, because they don't have time for personal mentorship. You can't pick up the thing and call Robert or call Bill or have them respond to you directly. You can't do it. I tried I got an email this morning. They said, we just don't do that. You got to pay for our coaching program, and we want $10,000 up front. Would you like to see the email? I'll send it to you. Okay. All right. So anyway, I've got to run, but I hope any other questions. Let's see what we have. Can we post SEM videos on YouTube? I don't know why not. Yeah, as long as you got the HTML code, yeah, you can post them on YouTube. Okay. You got to have those codes though, and they got it. And here's the other thing too. Make sure that any videos that you use, I'll show you another little trick real quick. Any videos that you use, make sure that you have permission to use them. You can't grab anybody else's videos. You guys know that, right? Here's another thing too. Another little tip I learned. This made millions of dollars for one of the kids. He went out and he searched all videos because most of the videos on YouTube are social. Seriously, it's like just like Facebook. And he researched it and found this video, and I forgot what the video was, that had over 10,000 viewers. So if you can go out there and you can search videos with over 10,000 viewers, and then he called up that person that made that video and said, look, I've got a product that's in alignment with what you were talking about, and I'd like to sell that product, and I'm willing to pay you a referral fee if we can tie it to your video. That video went from 10,000, went viral. Now that's not going to happen to everybody, and to over 6 million, I don't know what period of time. But that's how he made a fortune. And he built his list to 70,000 people. I think it was in 30 days. So there's another way to build a list is go on YouTube. What great tips I'm bringing to you guys. Find a video that has high views. Find out if it's in line with what you're selling or what you're teaching or our school. And then get permission from those guys. And then go ahead and, and run a simple little link or an ad right there on the YouTube videos. It's so easy to do. You just have to put your link there to like one of our capture pages or to our $99 mentorship program or our $297 program. Lisa, this is perfect for you. Seriously. Just go do the things that we teach you and the tips that we teach you, and you're going to find success. But if you just come and listen and don't do anything, you won't find success. You got to do what the teachings tell you to do, and that's, if you want to say anything that's different with me, is that I can't take it all in. I get confused, so I just I know Pam will love this one. I just take one little aspect, and I just learn that first, then I go to the next aspect. Otherwise, I get anxiety. I don't know if you guys do, but I get anxiety. I know we spent a long time this morning, but I hope this has helped you to really have some great tips here and some methods that you guys can use to really get going and start really getting people into that school, getting them on the $297 program, the $99 mentorship program, reoccurring. You got it all there for you. And if you want a private session or a personal session with me, to walk you through this or lay something out, don't quit on this program. We're just beginning. We're getting this thing ramping up. This is the greatest $99 you could ever invest in yourself. I'm serious. To anything that you want to do. This is crazy to drop this program if you're thinking about it. That's just not even in the cards. That's crazy. It's going to get better and better and better. So, anything else, or do we got it covered?
I think you did a fabulous job, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Anything you guys need to get me on a personal, and I'll spend some time with you and look at your programs and see what I can do to help you, or I'll go ahead and connect you. Here's a tip for you. Have you guys know about Classified Blaster?
No.
Okay. If I see a Classified Blaster, okay, I'll go ahead and you can post that. Any of you free, and it goes out to 7,000 internet ads. Would that be cool? So take your plays, capture pages, or the $99 program, or the $297 program, and go ahead and run that. Now you can only do one a day. Run something different every day. Classified. Would you guys do it if I send you the link? It's free.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be like the quick thing to get going.
Yeah, I think I told Lewis about it. Lewis, you could do this, and you can do it from any country. All right, so I'm going to send. Hold on, just a minute. All right,
What's it called again?
Out here, yeah. Just don't go away. I'm going to go away from here because I want to get go on here. Just stay right there, and I'm going to go up here in front of you. Hold on. Okay. Don't go away. And I want to get Classified Blaster. I'm going to give you the link right now. Here we go. Classified Blaster. Okay, here it is right here. You're going to have to sign up yourself. Okay, I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. You're going to have to sign up yourself on this. This is mine. But it's called linkpostingtools.com/classifieds-blaster. So you might just, yeah, I just put it in there. Can you guys see it?
No. I mean,
okay, I'll send it an email right now, okay? All right.
Okay.
Gotta run. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.